guys, welcome back to the second part of creating the detailed drawings for this coupling link. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to modify the view slightly. We're going to replace this front view with a sectional front view, and we're going to replace this front view of the retaining clip also with a sectional view. So let's start off with doing a sectional view of the coupling here. So I'm going to delete this front view by selecting it and then hitting the delete button. And then we're going to put a sectional view, a section cutting plane through the center here. So to do that, we come up to the section view tab, click onto it, come down and hover over the view that you wish to section and click onto it. And then you'll see this A appears. Now the A is basically looking for one end of the sectioning plane to cut through the object. So what I'm going to do is hover over the center of the circle here, and then I'm going to move my cursor to the left, and you'll see this green line trailing out. That means I'm moving my cursor horizontally from the center. I want this cutting plane to go through the center, so that's the correct position. Move the line just outside the view like so and click once. Then it's asking for the other end of this line. So what I'll do now is I'll move my cursor to the other center for the other circle, and then similarly draw it out along that green dotted line. Bring it the same distance away from the view, click again, and then hit the enter or return key on your keyboard. Then a front sectional view will be available for you. Let's bring this down below the object, or below the view I should say, and then select its position. We do not normally have hidden detail lines visible on sectional views, so I'm just going to choose visible edges only, and everything else is set OK. So click OK. A few seconds for it to update, and we can see here now we've got the section line AA going through the center, and it's projected our sectional view AA down here. Now this label that it gives to us I think is a bit unnecessary, so I'm going to select it and delete it. And we're going to do the same thing now for the retaining clip as well. So delete the existing front view, select section view, select the view which you're going to section, and then hover over the center, move it to the left with the green dotted points, dotted line I should say. Click once, move it to the other end, move it just outside the drawing, click again, hit the return or the enter key, drag your cursor below, click again, make sure it's on visible edges only, and click OK. We can see here now we've got line BB cutting through, and there's the part that's been cut right there. All right, before I go too much further, I might just do a little bit of rearranging of the views on the page. There seems to be a big gap here, and it's tied up here, so I'm just going to grab this view and drag it down a little bit, like so. I'll get rid of that label while I'm there, and I might also grab this one and bring it out and down. So I'm going to grab this one and pull it, oops, click onto the view always helps, square there and pull it down. Okay, and this view over here doesn't look too bad. Alright, so the next stage after you've done those sectional views is to put in center lines and center marks. So we're going to use this function up here called center mark. Click onto it to make it active, and then I'm going to click on to complete circles in the different views to be able to put the center lines in. So click on 1, 2, I'm going to come across to my top view here of the pin as well. And now when I try to do this for these centers, you'll notice it doesn't give me a complete axis. So I'll just show you what I mean. It only just marks it there, which is unfortunate. And I'm going to do the same here. I possibly could also do that center and that center, and that's probably all the centers that I think I'm capable of doing in a top view. But a hole that's cylindrical is not only marked at center in top view, but also in front view as well. So now we need to use the icon beside for center line. This is where we choose the extent of this hole on the left, and then on the right, let's put a center line through the middle, the left and the right. And we'll see if we can do it down here. Not too sure this will work. 1, 2, nice, it did. And that one won't work because it hasn't got another side to it. Come over to our pin, one there and one there. Now some of the views, the center lines are protruding just outside the circle, but we do want these center lines to actually protrude past the object, because this arc shares the same center as this circle. So I'm going to hit the escape key to just get out of the center line insertion method. And I'm going to select the center line by clicking onto it. And when you do that, you see these little arrowheads appear. And I'm then going to click and drag on that arrowhead just past the outside of the drawing. I'm going to join this one to my AA. Same down here, I'm going to pull this just below the outside of the drawing. And we do the similar thing here. Snap it to that point. Drag it up and down. Whoops, missed it. And because we want to see that the relationship between these two circle centers, I'm also going to drag this one across to snap to that one. So by having all those center lines marked, it's showing me that this edge and this edge have a common center. And by having the center line connecting the two circles, it shows that they share that common center right across there. Now I would like to have done that also down here, but I don't think it allows me to drag that out. No, there's no arrows there, so there's a little glitch there with center lines, and we can't quite do that as we might have wanted to. Alright, so we've done the section views, we've done the center lines. There's one more over here. I can see this center line here needs to be extended out past the extent, or past the edge of the view. Okay, so center lines are in, views are done. Go complete that, and then we'll come back and do the dimensioning after that one.